After pausing construction due to the pandemic, work on Universal Orlando's upcoming theme park, Epic Universe, is finally starting to pick back up. Thanks to new aerial photos, we're getting our first look at the first ride track pieces to arrive. Plus, new rumors suggest we might see changes to many of the areas of the park. Let's see what we can learn from the new photos and what could change moving forward in today's news update. First announced in August 2019, Universal's Epic Universe will be the company's biggest theme park in the US, and is being built near the Orange County Convention Center, a couple miles south of the current Universal Orlando Resort. From rumors and permits submitted to Orange County, many believe that the park was designed to open with lands based on Nintendo, How to Train Your Dragon, Universal Monsters, and Harry Potter. The park's central hub is also expected to receive a couple attractions of its own, and a large hotel will be connected to the back of the park. This new theme park isn't much to look at yet, with not much else to see other than dirt and access roads at this time. But thanks to new aerial photographs by BioReconstruct on Twitter, we can spot some interesting things that are starting to arrive. As expected, a lot of work seems to be going on in the backstage areas of the park. The backstage area already includes a large team member parking lot, but will also include many warehouses that will be used during the ongoing construction. Additional pipes and other building materials have been delivered since our last update. Elsewhere on the site, what appears to be test sections have shown up. These types of items are often set up outside to test certain kinds of paints, stuccos, and other materials against the harsh Florida weather. This way they'll know how quickly that they may fade and which ones will fare better against the elements, before being installed on the real structures later. Nearby, a couple large pools and pumps have been installed for dewatering at the site. And here's where we find the most interesting of the new deliveries. Many pieces of ride track are being staged here at the Epic Universe site. Upon closer inspection, it appears that these track pieces are the same style as those that were used in the construction of Yoshi's Adventure at Universal Studios Japan. The same type of light green track can also be spotted in older satellite photos during the construction of that ride. Yoshi's Adventure is a family Omnimover ride that opened earlier this year at Super Nintendo World in Japan, and it's one of the attractions expected to open with Universal's Epic Universe as well. According to shipping reports, it's possible that this track may have made its way here from Japan after being produced by Sansei Technologies. They may have produced this track at the same time as the pieces that were needed for the Japan version of the attraction. Now, the Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash does use the same ride system, but that attraction's track was black in color when it was installed at Universal Studios Hollywood. Plus, the shipping reports refer to the project number as 904, which according to permits is the code for Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe. Since we know that the Super Nintendo World area is already designed and many of its elements may have already been fabricated, I'm expecting it to start major construction first before the rest of the theme park, other than backstage areas of course, which work is already started on. Super Nintendo World could also be the only area of Epic Universe that won't see any major design changes going forward. Rumors suggest that other parts of the park may have already been tweaked since permits were submitted prior to the pause in construction. In my last video, I talked about how the rumored virtual reality flying broomstick attraction, which was supposedly originally designed for a new Wizarding World land at Epic Universe, could instead be moving to Universal Studios Florida. According to the rumor, this attraction would become a part of Diagon Alley instead, leaving a hole in the plans for Epic Universe, and it could be the first indication that the plans could be changing for the new park. Even though it is rumored that one of the main two attractions for the possible Wizarding World land at Epic Universe is leaving, that doesn't necessarily mean that the land itself will be going with it. The other Wizarding attraction, expected to take place within the British Ministry, may remain in place. It does appear to be the largest ride at the new park according to permits. The other side of the land could remain empty and be left as a future expansion spot for the Wizarding World when the park opens. With at least one attraction missing from the new park, I expect that another will be added, just maybe somewhere else in the plans. The NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell said something interesting recently during a virtual Q&A meeting. He said that Epic Universe would contain attractions based on intellectual properties including DreamWorks, Nintendo, and Illumination. While Nintendo and DreamWorks fit with the lands we are expecting, Super Nintendo World and How to Train Your Dragon respectively, this was the first time anyone had suggested Illumination would receive some sort of presence. Illumination is the company behind films like Minions, The Secret Life of Pets, and Sing. And all of these films have attractions represented at Universal parks around the world. Is it possible that one of the expansion areas for Epic Universe could receive some sort of Illumination land? Could attractions like Hollywood's Secret Life of Pets ride be cloned at this park, alongside the Sing live show from Universal Japan or Super Silly Funland from Universal Beijing? It's still too early to know for sure what the company's CEO meant when he said that, and new permits may reveal if any major changes have been made to the plans as construction ramps back up. Other rumors suggest we could see changes within the Universal Monsters Land and How to Train Your Dragon Land as well. Not much has been said yet, but some believe that we could see the shows eliminated from these areas, or at least put off until future expansions. If true, rather than saving money or time, it may be so that resources can be allocated elsewhere to add more attractions to the park. As for when the park will be opening, many believe it will be open in 2025, despite both Universal's CEO and their parent company's CFO saying that the park will be ready in just a couple years. Given the park's unique design, some are wondering if we could even see some areas of the park open early, depending on what's completed first, as a sort of special preview, before the rest of the park is completed. We'll just have to wait and see. And we'll be watching for new permits to be filed to see if any of the rumored changes to the park show up in the new plans. Plus, more ride track is expected to show up on the site in the coming weeks as well, so stay tuned. To keep up with construction updates for the new park, I suggest following BioReconstruct on Twitter and also checking out themeparks.com. Subscribe to the channel here, as we'll be posting videos as soon as new permits and updates become available. If you like what we do, consider joining our Patreon for exclusive podcasts and early rumors. Thanks for watching. See you next time.